Please welcome Mrs. Lolita as Director of PT Mustikaratu.
Thank you, moderator, for the opportunity. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning and peace be upon us all. Shalom, Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, greetings of gratitude. Hello friends, how are you today? It is good.
Good.
Surely in a good heart and in good spirit, right? Previously, I would like to thank the organization committee for giving me the opportunity to be a speaker in this extraordinary event. And of course, it's great to be able to share experiences and meet with all of you guys. As saying guys don't know, don't love, so it would be better if I introduce myself first. My name is Lolita Choirunnisa. You can call me Lolita or Lolita. I'm 27 years old and I am director of PT Mustikaratu with several organizational experiences, one of which is the chairperson of FEMUNS in 2017. And here the topic I will discuss is about self-leadership, a concept that is very relevant in this fast-paced and dynamic world. Alright, so friends, a lot of people talk about leadership. People want to be a leaders, millennials want to be a leaders, and maybe you all want to be a leaders. But leadership is not just about leading people, leading team or leading organization. First of all, the journey of leadership has to start with self-leadership. Self-leadership is about self-mastery, and self-mastery is really about finding out what motivates you, what you want to give your energy to, what your purpose, and what you master those, then you can start to master others. It's called the law of the lead. You can give what you don't have. So if you don't have self-mastery, you cannot teach others to follow you as a leader. And this is why self-leadership is important of the leadership journey. And then you all must be wondering, so what is the first step I should take? Alright, the first thing for anyone to realize is that you have a circle of control. Acknowledging that you can only control what you say and how you react. You can't control other people. However, you can try to influence other people. There's sort of like an other circle. And finally, there's the environment of the circle of control that you can't do anything about, but hopefully, if you can bring yourself to a place where the way you behave influence others to behave the way you want them to behave, then you can all have impact on the environment. And this is essentially what leadership is about. You control what you do and what you say and how you behave. And by doing that, you influence others. And finally, the organization which you really can't do anything, it's influenced in turn and changed by what you and the people who follow you as a leader have achieved. Point two, self-awareness. Self-awareness is critical to self-mastery. You really have to understand yourself. You have to understand what you behave the way you do. You have to understand your emotion. And the best way to do this is to get feedback from others. You say, what do you do this? Or this is what you tend to do. But more scientifically, you can take a psychometric assessment like MBTI. Basically tells you how clear you are about your preferences on different dimensions, such as are you an introvert, are you an extrovert, are you something and more very into detail, are you more intuitive and into the bigger pictures, and how do you make your decision? Is it based on fact and logic and analysis? So are you analytical, or are you more an feeler? So your emotions come into play more often than logic. These are the sort of behavior you take into workplace. And next, empathy is the third point, and that is really about knowing yourself so well that you appreciate that people are different from you, and knowing that you cannot expect others to be exactly like you. Remember, you can only influence them, you can't control them, right? So, by empathy, we mean understanding, being able to really stand in that person's shoes and see things from their point of view. And that includes the organization. It includes the people you work with, your peers, and even your own leaders. But it's very, very important to be able to see those who you lead and know that you're not just imposing something on them. You understand why they're reacting to the way you are motivating them. Point four is self-control, and this is the link to understanding oneself and understanding others. Understanding oneself is about four basic emotions: anger, sadness, fear, and happiness. And if you recognize them and you understand that when you feel something, it can lead into an emotional reaction, and you learn to stop and pause and let that emotion wash over you, you recognize the emotion but you control it so that you get a better outcome in your behavior. And once you can control yourself, you'll find that your interaction with other people is a lot more like adult. It's not like a rebellious child. And then the last point is managing a relationship. Building a relationship for strategic intent is much better than just doing it for tactical intent. So it's not just about I give you this and you give me that and that we're done and we go away. No, no, no. You're trying to build up a relationship for a longer period of time. And you may never meet those people again and you may not even need them now. But it's always good to have this network that you build because you never know when you're going to meet someone. So self mastery is truly the path of being a great leader. Alright, to conclude friends, we have explored the essential aspect of self-leadership, beginning with self-mastery by understanding what motivates us and where we direct our energy will lay the foundation for effective leadership. And then recognize our circles of control, allow us to influence others and ultimately impact the broader environment. And then developing self-awareness through feedback and assessment like the MBTI. And next, fostering empathy to understand and relate to others. And then exercising self-control over our emotions and managing relationships strategically are all pivotal steps in this journey. Remember, great leadership starts within by mastering ourselves. We not only enhance our personal growth, but also inspire and influence those around us to achieve collective success. So I encourage all of you embark on this part of self-leadership. Embrace these principles, apply them into your daily life, and watch how you transform not only yourself, but also the world around you. Alright, I think that's all I can say. Thank you for your attention and participation. Let's lead ourselves towards greatness together. Once again, thank you so much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.